chain beat estimates and raised its full-year guidance. LinkedIn gave traders lower guidance for the full year, and its shares are down 19%. Ford expanding its faulty door lock recall. Vehicles include some Fiesta, Fusion, and Lincoln models from 2011 to 2013. Expedia pleased Wall Street with its full-year guidance. Shares up 8%. Its CEO told CNBC the company is focusing its Apple Watch app on notification at the airline gate or hotel check-in, for example. Stephanie Shelton, CNBC Radio.
They say every healthy relationship should have a balance of predictability and spontaneity. In fact, it is that assurance of security that makes the spontaneous possible. Your relationship with your car should be a little like that too. With our industry-leading unlimited mileage warranty, your certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz instills a sense of confidence. You drive away knowing that you can keep driving for up to 3 years and never have to worry about the miles. Add to that our complimentary prepaid maintenance on select models, and your certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz becomes the ultimate carefree escape vehicle. Only during the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event going on now through June 1st can you receive your first 2 months payments on us on select models, plus 3 months of Sirius XM satellite radio. So hurry in today. It might just be the most predictable, spur-of-the-moment decision you've ever made.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
Don't miss the fun on Getaway Friday starting at 2 p.m. with the Poor Man. Next, it's Let's Go Shopping with Bev, Jason Stapleton, The Happy Hour with Ben and Alexander, and Langdon Nation. KCAA 1050 AM, where Fridays are great days.
Inland Empire weather sunny and warm today, cooling down over the weekend, but still really not all that cool. Highs expected to reach into the 90s today, low 90s tomorrow. We'll drop down to about 86 degrees by Sunday. Overnight lows tonight about 60. Currently we are at 90 degrees in San Bernardino. Looking at your traffic out there, the Cajon Pass is blocked northbound side just after Kenwood. And I'm looking to see if there is a crash. It is a crash in the area, so expect some delays going through there. Also in Fontana, the accident is blocking the left lane of the westbound 10 freeway just after Citrus Avenue, so expect some delays in that area as well. On the I-15 southbound in Ontario, it's a little backed up there between the 10 and Harupa Street. It is Friday, guys. And on the Ontario southbound, slow in pockets from the 10 to Hidden Valley, and the north is slow from Magnolia to the 91 freeway. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM.
He doesn't mess around. And he doesn't take sides. And he looks good doing it. It's the all-new Jason Stapleton program at jasonstapleton.com every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on KCAA 1050 AM. KCAA proudly presents the Poor Man Show.
You were in rehab. I heard that you were in rehab.
Is this like an old radio rating trick or something?
If it is, it's not working.
It's time for
Radio Hidden Back.
Is there anybody in the Inland Empire who can call our show that's actually in the Inland Empire, where we broadcast to? Okay, we got somebody else. Hold on here. Let's get somebody else on here. Hello?
I think you need to get a little angry or frustrated like you did before.
We've been off since about 1.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't want you getting upset. I wanted you to continue with your lovely show.
What? It smells like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And if I can't run
this is our radio station,
the right
and
way,
you will run it like a professional.
I can't hear anything in the room, by the way, because I can't hear you guys. I honestly can't. Do you have regular bowel movements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's gonna happen. Here's the Poor Man.
and you do never know what's going to happen here on the Poor Man Show. Welcome, everybody. It's Friday. Woo-hoo-hoo! I just love it because I know I get to have 2 days off. I can get trashed like Trevor the Drunk here, who we're broadcasting from his house in Placenta, California. Right, Jim?
Placentia, when you're from here.
I like
Placentia.
I like a placenta because it's like we're in the womb, the lovely warm womb. You want to say hi, Trevor?
Hello, everybody. I'm here.
There's Trevor's face. Look how red it is today, right? If you're watching online, Trevor, a couple of the days this week, we've been broadcasting every day. And if you're not watching online, if you are watching online, our setup is just, you can't even invest enough money in what we've got here. There's Jim, my guest. We got Trevor over there. And I'm going to get up here and you don't mind if I yell, do you, everybody? But I want you to see if you can see our video camera here on Ustream. Our setup is a card table. It's worth about $2. How much is it worth, Trevor?
It's an antique. It's from the 60s, so it's about $5.
It's worth $5. It's an antique card table with two folding chairs. Then you got to check my computer screen. Jim, describe what you see here on my computer screen.
A blurry logo. And about 6 inches of 1 inch of the video.
But this right here.
Skype?
No. Look at the,
the crack.
There's a crack in the computer screen. Guy, my computer screen's about to shatter.
Oh, gosh.
So, and it's so funny because yesterday we're actually getting some national publicity for this show in a very twisted way. Monday, Inside Edition is going to actually be shooting their TV show in this ridiculous setup, okay? They're going to... I'm not kidding. I can't make that up. But what's so funny about yesterday, we had the Daily Mail. Is that what it's called? The Daily Mail. And this award-winning journalist was here. And the story is about my history at K-Rock and how I got fired when I was #1 and Dr. Drew stole Loveline, the show I created. So he's making $5 million a year and, cavorting with celebrities. And what happened to the poor man? Right, Di?
Yeah.
I'm sitting at a card table in Placenta with a cracked computer screen. Yeah, it's going good.
Yeah.
And pink headphones. Right, I'm wearing pink headphones too.
Yeah.
And
but you got the alcohol.
To millions. Di, Reaction.
Well, it's not much different from the KCAA studios.
Right. Our slogan should be, we are the nickel shopper of radio.
That's right. Yeah.
By the way, did you hear Carl from the nickel shopper plugging that tinning for cars yesterday like there was no other?
Yeah, but that actually is a pretty good deal for the windows anyway. I'm not sure about the tinting, but
right. I don't know.
Windshield
It was
replacement.
$99 for tinning. Is that a good deal, Jim?
Guess.
I don't know anything about car tinting.
Yeah,
but why do we need our windows all tinted anyway so we can do our crack deals in the Inland Empire? Go to the meth houses?
That's one reason. Well, it's supposed to keep the car cooler in the inside too, so I don't know.
Right. But $99 sounds good. So anyway, but he was touting it, and this guy, he owns this nickel shopper is a throwaway rag. It's like the penny saver of the high desert. And I don't know, what is it, 20 pages? Trevor hooked it up.
I think it's 12.
Huh?
12.
12 pages, and I have a weekly column in there called The Poor Man's Perspective.
Oh, is it a weekly column?
Yeah.
Did it come out yet?
Yeah, I do.
Did it come out yet?
Yes, it's out, and my column is it's award-winning, Pulitzer Prize-winning writing. Go ahead, Trevor.
Go to the nickel shopper.
Wait, hold it.
Yeah,
Let me get
I'm
a shot
looking
of your
for it
face
right
here.
now.
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm
looking
not mowing
for
the
it.
yard. Go to the nickelshopper.com and you can pull it up. It'll say this week's publication.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Look how red his cheeks are. So you know what, Di? Trevor doesn't mind me saying this, and even if he did, I don't care. But 3 of the 5 days he's already drinking when before the show's over, right?
Okay, yeah.
It was only 4 days this week.
Oh, it's only 4 days.
It was half.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
so 50
Yeah, you guys played
Right.
hooky the other day.
Right. So 50%
And left
of
me
the days
slaving.
he's already drinking. Come on over here, Trevor. What were you drinking?
One day I had grapefruit juice and vodka.
Oh.
And the other day I had Diet Coke and Jack
Rum.
Daniels.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
See,
and how many drinks do you think you had by the time the show was done?
2 or 3.
It probably makes it a lot funnier, huh?
Because look, I get started about noon. I get up at about noon, so I can't get that many in before the show starts.
But are you usually drinking every day, pretty much?
Yeah, but I've slowed down since Poor Man's been coming over here.
Would you consider yourself a functioning alcoholic?
Functioning alcoholic?
Di wants to know if you're a functioning alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can function. I'm doing business right now. I've got all my stuff done for the day.
I thought you hadn't drank today yet.
So when do you do all your business? What is your little window?
Yeah.
That's that.
What's your window of business? What time from when to when?
From probably 11 o'clock in the morning until.
But you just said you don't get up till noon.
Yeah, you don't get up till noon. But then, I mean, how long are you sober before you start?
But I got up at 10 o'clock today.
But how long are you usually sober before the drinks roll out?
6 hours, 5 to 6 hours.
Oh, that's a lie. If you're drinking during the show, that's 3 hours.
Well, that was
half the time.
Okay, half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, here's Trevor's physique. Everybody, wait a minute. Stay where you are. Stay here. This is we're in the mirror, the one mirror in the house. Anyhow. Okay. But back to what's relevant, which is basically nothing on this program. So Inside Edition is coming in on Monday. The Daily Mail is going to come out with his show next Tuesday, and they're going to talk about just the poor man's life. They're going to probably say he's. I just know the article already. Dr. Drew stole the show, and the poor man's career is in the toilet. He's broadcasting from a card table in Placenta. On an Inland Empire station, KCAA, where his one sponsor is a nickel rag or something. And so, so we're going to be on national TV next week and on national in print. And I guess I'm writing a tell-all book also, Di.
Well, I see your ad here in the Nickel Shopper. I can't wait for the book. I told you I'm going to run out and get it.
Yeah, you and 3 others.
Oh, you have more fans than what you know. They just can't listen all the time because they're working.
Yes, thank you so much for justifying everything. But you can see the poor man's perspective. If you have the Nickel Shopper, it should be in there, right?
I don't know what page we're going to be on.
What page is it on?
Here it is. Here it is. Check it out. Okay, should I read it?
Yeah, the actual perspective is at the very bottom. It's 2 lines.
No. Listen. Hello, High Desert residents and Nickel Shopper readers. I'm the Poor Man. Some of you may know me from my radio days at KROQ, KISS FM, Power 106, 98.7 FM in LA. Others might have seen my TV show, Poor Man's Bikini Beach. Well, now I have a radio talk show in the IE on KCAA AM 1050. The Poor Man's radio show airs 2 to 3 Monday through Friday. Our slogan is, you never know what's going to happen. And most days we don't. That is true. I invite you to listen and participate if you like. The call-in hotline is 888-909-1050. We are pleased to have the Nickel Shopper as one of our sponsors. You can hear their ads daily on the program. You can also listen to the fearless owner, Carl, on our airwaves once a week, telling us about the Nickel Shopper. Ultimate bargains. You rock, Carl. Hopefully some of your readers will advertise with us as well. Only 20 cents gets you on my radio show this week only. This week only.
$20, not 20 cents.
$20. Okay. Sorry.
Maybe it should be 20 cents.
Yeah,
we haven't
you
had
might
one
get some
fly yet.
All right. The secret to getting ahead in your job is become a drug addict.
This is my perspective.
Okay.
The whole thing is a big ad until now. Now, the 2 lines of the poor man's perspective.
Become a drug addict. Because if you're going to give a perspective, you have to say why. You become a drug addict because...
No, it just says become a drug addict, ...
You won't ever get fired.
Right.
Get a sex change. It's discrimination if you are fired.
Right. So
okay,
there's the perspective.
You're covered. All right.
Right.
So, all right.
So there you go. So she just spent half the show reading the Nickel Shopper perspective. Thanks.
Well, what did you have planned today?
Well, obviously we have a lot planned because we're talking for half the show about nothing. But and you know what?
What?
That nickel shopper ad, I'm just waiting for people to advertise for $20. So start calling in. Operators are standing by. You know what we do have planned? We actually do have a good show. Jim Campanis is here. He's a grandson of Al Campanis. He was the GM of the Dodgers. And Jim is a legend at USC. He was catcher and I guess in the USC Hall of Fame. And,
Not yet.
Okay, hoping. He played baseball there. I know he played minor league baseball. I don't know if he ever made the majors. Did you?
On a contract. We'll get into that.
Okay, and he's got a few things going on. Also at 2:30, the always amazing Scott Schwartz, workers' comp attorney, one of our sponsors. He's going to be calling in. Peter Dills, the restaurant critic, who does a show called Dining with Dills. I'm going to be on that Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on KLAA. That's the Angels radio station. Reviewing the best cheesecakes in Orange County. And he'll be coming on to give away a meal certificate, a restaurant certificate for anybody who wants it. So when we come back, we are going to be talking to Jim Campanis about the controversial firing of his grandfather and see what Jim has to say from the grandson's perspective. And we have some sound on that, and we'll do that right after this as the show rolls onward.
Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poor Man Show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatlesarama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesarama.com and click on the player start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesarama, thank you. As heard on Little Steven's Underground Garage, it's the straight-ahead rock of LA's own, the 4019. Rock and roll like it was meant to be played. Get the music at the4019s.com. Spell it, the4019s.com. See them live Saturday, May 2nd, along with Billy Bob Thornton's Boxmasters at Monte d'Oro Winery in Temecula. Go to the4019s.com and have yourself one hell of a good time.
Have a good time.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003. 951-687-6003. Or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Casey Fallon Music. Go to caseyfallon.com.
150 for Nolan Ryan?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we are back here on the show. We're actually looking at Trevor to make money, besides being the salesman for my show. That makes a lot of money. Is he sells baseball cards. So if you're watching online, he's showing us, he's got tons of baseball cards, and he was showing us a Nolan Ryan.
This one's 150?
This one's the most valuable one. It's a Nolan Ryan baseball card. Is that his rookie card? No, that's what he was with the Angels.
It's 2 years after. 2 years after.
Okay, by 2 years into his career, we were at 150 bucks.
And this is worth 20 cents.
And this is our guest, Jim Campanis.
20 cents
card from the minor leagues.
Oh,
Who are you
right.
playing?
So that's actually the Team USA.
Oh, Team USA. You play on Team USA?
Yeah, right out of college. Yeah.
And you were a catcher, right?
Sign it for...
Yeah, you got to sign it for me. Now,
how cool.
And so anyway, we have some sound. What year was your...
Sign one for Dial.
Yeah. What year was your grandfather when he was on Nightline and made his...
That was 87.
1987.
And
How old were you at the time?
I was a sophomore playing baseball at that moment at USC.
Okay, you mean you were actually playing a game when your dad
It was after a game, and then we had a day off the next day, and that's when everything kind of blew up.
For those of you who don't know,
it was my mom's birthday, by the way, April 6th, 1987.
So what happened on that day is Nightline went on, and I guess it was the anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking into the major leagues, right? What day was that? April 6th?
Yeah, it wasn't the actual day, but it was it was the beginning of the baseball season, so they wanted to celebrate. It was an anniversary year of his, I believe it was the 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary of Jackie Robinson being the first black player to play in Major League Baseball. And originally, as I understand it, your grandfather wasn't even supposed to be the guest on that.
No, it was Don Newcomb, who played with Jackie, and Don missed a flight. Or there was bad weather, and he missed a flight.
Wasn't it in Houston?
It was in Houston inside the Astrodome, right?
Right. And so at the last minute, they asked Al Campanis to fill in.
Yeah.
And it was extraordinary because up until that point, nobody ever thought your grandfather was a racist, correct?
I mean, no. He started the first Dominican academy so that the kids in the Dominican could go to school, and then the Dodgers could sign them. Again, bettering people's lives. He also he wanted to sign Sadahara O, and people don't know this, but he tried to sign Fidel Castro before the Revolution.
Wow.
You know, so
in baseball,
he was a pitcher, not a very good one, but enough to where he thought he could be a minor leaguer.
So before we get into we're going to run the sound that basically, I can't fill in words for you, but basically, in my opinion, and you can corroborate or not, basically ended his life as he knew it. I mean, basically ruined the rest of his life, right?
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you before we hear the sound, do you think that maybe he had a couple drinks before he went on?
People have talked about that, and I don't know if that has any bearing. He also had a number of strokes by then, and I don't know if that had any bearing. And our family, after a lot of hindsight 2020 kind of thinking, we've determined that his brain was defending baseball that night. And although the words that came out were not the words that were heartfelt in him, someone had just attacked, like someone had attacked his mother. Someone had attacked baseball as an institution, Ted Koppel. And my grandpa got into that sort of mama bear,
defensive
mode. And with a smile on his face was trying to say, to slam back comments, and it just did not come out right.
Right.
It just did not come out.
To set this up, Ted Koppel was the host of Nightline, which was on nationally every night. And so Al Campanis, Jim's grandfather, in 1987, was filling in for Don Newcomb. And this is the 3 minutes that basically changed his life forever. So we'll listen to that, and then we'll get some comments from Jim. By the way, Al is no longer living. When did he die?
It's been a while, in 1998.
And you were close to your grandpa?
Very close, yeah. He called the night before he passed. He had another stroke, and my dad was with him. He called just to say he loved me, and it was just weird because, he didn't usually call randomly. He would call and tell you something or ask how you did because he knew you were doing something in your life.
Yeah, he must have known.
He just called to say he loved me, and it was weird because the very next day he had passed.
So here is that unbelievable couple of minutes on Nightline in 1987.
It's here. I'm not sure why we're not hearing anything. You're not no one's hearing anything, right?
How many people are in the building right now?
Can we do something here? Can we take a phone call? Because
no, we're going to take a break because we set this up so we can hear it, and it's like, what does it do to take a phone call?
Well, the reason I'm saying is we have Jerry from Seattle who wanted to talk to Jim.
Well, I mean, but that's not what we were just promoting. We were promoting Al Campanis.
I have a real favorite Jerry in Seattle, by the way. It could be the Jerry I'm thinking of, but anyway, whatever you want to do.
Can you get the thing ready while we talk to Jerry in Seattle?
I will certainly try. Oh, well, I'd have to leave the room.
What we're going to do is we're going to play commercials for the rest of the show until you figure out how to do that. So we're going to take a break. Jerry from Seattle, don't go anywhere. We'll plug the sponsors, and we'll be right back, hopefully, with the sound that we prepared today with Jim Campanis after this.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorian, Bradford, and Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorian, Bradford, and Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003. 951-687-6003. Or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details. 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper, coming soon to the IE. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-478-7923. That's 626-478-7923. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, Life 315. Javita Coffee. The music of Casey Fallon. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Casey Fallon. On the college radio charts for months, Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Casey Fallon. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at CaseyFallon.com. Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net. Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net. As heard on Little Steven's Underground Garage, it's the straight-ahead rock of LA's own, the 4019. Rock and roll like it was meant to be played. Get the music at the4019s.com. Spell it, the4019s.com. See them live Saturday, May 2nd, along with Billy Bob Thornton's Boxmasters at Monte d'Oro Winery in Temecula. Go to the4019s.com and have yourself one hell of a good time.
Have a good time.
The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
Hello?
Back.
Okay, Di, you're going to have to get ready for another commercial break if that sound isn't ready, and I apologize to all the listeners. We've got it online, and we can send you the YouTube link. So, but I would just say this, and I'm not the kind of guy who wants to critique anybody on the air, but hello, Di, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
okay. You got to check out the sound before we go on the air. I mean, that's something where unless I have to be in the studio, you just can't do that when we're busting our butt getting guests every day, and there's no sound coming out of there. That's just unacceptable. I'm sorry to say that on the air, but it puts us in a weird position when we're inviting people to be guests on the show and trying to do the best we can do. And I'm not blaming you, but at least listen ahead of time. What we're going to do is we're going to send you this via email, and then hopefully we can run it. So
Ask her what her email is.
We'll do that off the air. So just get ready for the next segment. And I'll be honest with you, Di, I can't ever accept this again. You just got to check the sound. If you can't, have somebody else do it.
What's her email?
So go play another commercial break, and then we're going to get this thing ready.
I've only got this email address for the station.
All right, I got it for you.
Okay, well that's okay. Let's take a commercial break. We'll reset and we'll come back, and then we'll do this.
All right.
Thank you, my friend.
Send it to that?
Yeah, send it to KCAA newspaper.
Well, I'm glad that Inside Edition's coming Monday, not today.
Is she on?
Yeah, we're on waiting for.
Hi.
That's okay.
Okay.
Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-478-7923. That's 626-478-7923. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, Life 315. Javita Coffee.
I'm Scott Schwartz, and with me, my clients always come first. If you've been injured on the job, I can help. The Schwartz family has been representing injured workers throughout the state of California for more than 50 years. We do it with integrity.
No, I don't believe
that
it's
has earned us an excellent reputation among peers, adversaries, and our clients. Call me at 800-550-1836 for a free consultation. The insurance company doesn't have your best interest in mind. I do, and you don't pay unless we win. Call now so we can get started on your workers' comp claim. 800-550-1836. You don't pay unless we win.
As heard on Little Steven's Underground Garage, it's the straight-ahead rock of LA's own, the 4019. Rock and roll like it was meant to be played. Get the music at the4019s.com. Spell it, the4019s.com. See them live Saturday, May 2nd, along with Billy Bob Thornton's Boxmasters at Monte d'Oro Winery in Temecula. Go to the4019s.com and have yourself one hell of a good time.
Have a good time.
Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poor Man Show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatles-orama, thank you. The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
You know, this is a time I think I need to borrow Trevor's. What are you drinking? Vodka and what else?
Grapefruit.
What? Yeah, I should be drinking grapefruit and vodka. Then I'd be a happy guy. Okay, here's Pat Matthews, the guy who sent the sound in for... Now that the show has taken on a life of its own, it's not anymore about Al Campana's remarks in 1987. It's about finding the sound. So here's Pat Matthews, who works basically for free. He goes, I just saw where you called. I was listening, got so pissed off, I sent an email to Fred, the owner. Oh, no. It's, you know, look, things happen, and I'm not going to blame Di. She tries her best. I sent an email to Fred. They are not going to blame this on me. I checked the files before uploading, and it played fine. And, you know, we get up, you know, for Mike Stark, who maybe will listen to an occasional soundcast and think I just get on here and do an hour of prep a week. We're up at 9 in the morning, you know, getting this stuff together, and also it goes way till late in the night, as Trevor will tell you. We're constantly trying to do the best we can on the show, and I get on here, and, you know, it may sound like we're just, you know, just winging it. And so when things derail, just like in any job, you're kind of upset, and it's hard enough to get it. Look, we got to convince people like Jim Campanis to come to a card table in the middle of Placentia in a room upstairs, right? Trevor's great company. So anyway, I'm not gonna blame you, Di. You did the best you can do, but sometimes it's frustrating. So maybe I need tequila. All right. So anyway, resetting the situation, we have the grandson of Al Campanis, who's the general manager of the Dodgers, and people are so racially sensitive these days. We actually have some other sound from what's going on in Baltimore, which we're going to play here in a little bit. And also, Scott Schwartz, one of my sponsors, is going to call in too, Di. You better check that just to see if he's calling in. So he made these remarks on the 40th anniversary of Jackie Robinson basically breaking into baseball, and it just ruined. He was GM of the Dodgers. He was fired the next day, as I understand, right?
Well, actually, O'Malley begged him not to resign because my grandpa had submitted a formal resignation, and really, I mean, it came out, and my grandfather didn't contest the details of it, but he technically resigned because he didn't want to distract the Dodgers and the organization with this issue that, you know, he didn't really mean to create, and everyone knew that it wasn't him. And actually, guys like Don Newcomb, came to his defense and said, "Well, this is not the guy."
I'll tell you what, we might as well listen to this now. Here's Al Campanis. He was on Nightline with Ted Koppel instead of Don Newcomb, who couldn't make it. This is from the Astrodome in 1987, and this just came out of nowhere, and here it is.
No, I don't believe it's prejudice. I truly believe that they may not have some of the necessities to be, let's say, a field manager or perhaps a general manager.
You really believe that?
Well, I don't say that they're all of them, but they certainly are short. How many quarterbacks do you have? How many pitchers do you have that are black?
Yeah, but I mean, I got to tell you, that sounds like the same kind of garbage we were hearing 40 years ago about players when they were saying, not really cut out. You remember the days, they hit a black football player in the knees, and no, that really sounds like garbage if you forget to say so.
It's not garbage, Mr. Koppel, because I played on a college team, and the center fielder was black, and in the backfield at NYU with a fullback who was black. Never knew the difference of whether he was black or white. We were teammates. So it just might be that why are black men or black people not good swimmers? Because they don't have the buoyancy.
Oh, I Why is it that there are no black managers, no black general managers, no black owners?
Well, Mr. Koppel, there have been some black managers, but I really can't answer that question directly. The only thing I can say is that you have to pay your dues when you become a manager. Generally, you have to go to minor leagues. There's not very much pay involved. And some of the better-known black players have been able to get into other fields and make a pretty good living in that way.
Yeah, but in your heart of hearts, and we're going to take a break for a commercial, that's a lot of baloney. I mean, there are a lot of black players, there are a lot of great black baseball men who would dearly love to be in managerial positions. And I guess what I'm really asking you is to, peel it away a little bit. Just tell me, why do you think it is? Is there still that much prejudice in baseball today?
No, I don't believe it's prejudice. I truly believe that they may not have some of the necessities to be, let's say, a field manager or perhaps a general manager.
You really believe that?
Well, I don't say that they're all of them, but they certainly are short. How many quarterbacks do you have? How many pitchers do you have that are black?
Yeah, but I mean, I got to tell you, that sounds like the same kind of garbage we were hearing 40 years ago about players when they were saying, not really cut out. You remember the days, they hit a black football player in the knees, and no, that really sounds like garbage if you forget to say so.
It's not garbage, Mr. Koppel, because I played on a college team, and the center fielder was black, and in the backfield at NYU with a fullback who was black. Never knew the difference of whether he was black or white. We were teammates. So it just might be that why are black men or black people not good swimmers? Because they don't have the buoyancy.
Oh, it may just be that they don't have access to all the country clubs and the pools.
It's just. Are we back on?
Yeah, you're back on.
Okay, good. We reran that because we had two different versions of the story, so we gave you the one with the leading question. Okay, after this happened, we're with Jim Campanis, the grandson of Al Campanis, who made those remarks in 1987, was fired the next day as general manager of the Dodgers. Did your grandfather ever tell you what happened? Did
he called me that
that night?
So what happened was we had a family cabin up in Lake Arrowhead, and I had a game the day before, the afternoon before, and a friend of mine and we rolled up to the cabin to crash the night because I had no practice the next day. And
were you watching Nightline Live?
Well, no, he called the cabin to wish my mom happy birthday because he thought she was there, and he said, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be on Nightline tonight." I said some things that, people might think are controversial, and that's all he said. He didn't say racist or anything like that. He just said controversial, and I thought, well, big deal, I'm like, I'll watch it, and the friend who was with me was a girlfriend, and she was a journalism major, so we're watching the interview, and she's gasping during that segment that you just heard.
Were you
and
gasping?
I'm watching it live, and I'm hearing him say experience, and my grandpa, he would have me go and do work in his backyard, and he'd work me like a slave. I'm not even kidding. He would work my ass off to make $20, and that's how he rolled. So I knew my grandpa's work ethic to get, the way he kind of did. He didn't give you anything. You earned it, okay? And that's how he ran the Dodgers. Every manager who was in the Dodger organization in the minors had to go through several years before they were going to even be considered. Tommy Lasorda was a minor league manager for like 20 years. Okay?
Yeah. But the fact he specifically mentioned about black people not having the requisite skills.
No, he said he said necessities.
Okay.
And that was a reference to his previous comment, which necessities meant the necessary length of experience. Okay, not lack of mental capacity.
But then he said they couldn't swim.
Now that's where it got weird. Okay. Now this is a guy who wanted to be a doctor. If he wasn't a baseball player, he would have been a doctor. He heard some of that crap in a book in the 1920s. Okay, and I'm not defending what he said. And obviously, I think the NCAA champ this year was an African American. Okay, that's all stuff that we don't know where that came from. But again, you can hear the underlying tone. We believe. And many of his friends believe that he was just trying to defend the institution of baseball from this attack from this reporter.
But you understand how people take it differently.
The girl was gasping, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's saying, and Dusty Baker, who is a friend of mine and a friend of our family's.
Okay, so anyway, boy, that's disconcerting, isn't it?
Well, I'll just say that, the end of the day with that was, it changed his life. It changed my life. That weekend I had a game against Arizona State. Rodney Peete, the black quarterback at USC, was on my team, and he got blasted by the crowd because he was on the field with me. And that's where I felt the most.
Did you get some flack, too, because you were the grandson?
Rodney Peete and those guys, they actually pulled a joke on me the next day at practice where all the guys got into a huddle, all the black guys, and I was friends with everybody, okay? And they all looked at me and they were all pointing, and I didn't know what was going on. And then they all rushed me, and I thought I was going to get my ass kicked. And they jumped me with hugs, and they were like, "Dude, we know you're not racist. We know your grandpa."
But did they think your grandpa was racist?
No, and they had met him, and my grandpa had given talks to
so
the
they
team.
weren't offended by the
Not at all, and they actually were laughing about the situation because they knew it was so media driven, and so did, and just you see this every day today. Media drives a lot of our opinions, and that's what happened.
Well, he happened to say it on Nightline though, which is
that's right. And back then there wasn't all the distractions like there is now. There was just a few entities that delivered.
And not
the
even
news.
a lot of cable.
That's
hey,
right.
let's throw Scott Schwartz on here if we could, Di, and see what he's a lawyer. He's one of our sponsors. Hey, Scott, are you there?
Man, how you doing?
Did you hear the Al Campanis remarks? We got Jim Campanis' grandson in the studio. Did you hear that by chance on hold?
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it. Yes.
What do you think about the whole thing?
It was cutting in and out on my phone line, so I didn't get the full the full scoop.
Did you ever see it before where he made his comments on Nightline and got fired?
No.
Well, it was a situation where he was asked about why there are no black managers, and so anyway, Jim's his grandson, and he was fired the next day for.
Well, like I said earlier, he technically resigned, and that's just semantics. But yeah, he did not want to. And in fact, after he resigned from the Dodgers, the Seattle Mariners called him and offered him the general manager job to go to Seattle
right away.
Immediately.
So they were
not miffed because they knew his real reputation. But there was too many pickets, and even they started picketing Seattle. So my grandfather just retired.
And then was your grandfather tortured by that interview for the rest of his life?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, here's someone who, for 40, 50 years, worked his butt off and rose to the top and created a dynasty, and in one 5-minute, 10-minute piece of interview, all that changed, and all that changed in all of our lives. I used to go to the grocery store with a check, and like back in the day, we would sign checks, and they were like, "Oh, are you related to the general manager of the Dodgers?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, my grandpa." And then after that, it was, "Oh, are you related to that racist guy, who got fired?" I mean, it was like the checker at Safeway knew my name at that time, and it was not a good thing.
Wow.
So my first day in pro ball, I had my name on the back of my jersey, and everybody in the stands knew that 2 years before that was that guy's grandpa.
Were you being booed?
Oh, every game, every place, home or away.
Really?
In
Even
Canada,
though you had nothing to do?
In Canada, in Japan, in Mexico, in Puerto Rico, somebody knew the story. Someone knew when I came up to bat to yell something that could try to get under my skin, and never did. In fact, it usually motivated me, but
wow.
It was a legacy, and I joke with my friends, that's why I grew my hair long to cover my last name, So.
Is that serious?
Seriously.
Wow. Hey, Scott Schwartz.
Yes, Poorman.
There's a lot of stuff that's going on. I mean, this was back in '87, but today it's even more hypersensitive.
Yep.
And you as a workers' comp attorney deal with a lot of issues too. In fact, we talked earlier today about, you have somebody injured on the job, and I think you mentioned to me that when you're going to court, the court actually can pick the doctor who decides what the treatment should or shouldn't be for somebody who is actually injured on the job. You have no say over that.
Actually, it's actually worse than that. It's not the court who even makes the determination. They don't have jurisdiction or power to determine what type of diagnostic test you're going to receive, what type of treatment you're going to receive. It goes to the insurance company, who doesn't want to pay a penny. The adjuster denies it, and then it goes through an independent medical review process.
So the insurance company picks who they want the doctor to be and whether you get the treatment or not?
The insurance company, well, we get to pick the doctor, but they need to be within the insurance company's medical provider network.
Oh, so basically it's a group of doctors they select ahead of time.
Say that again?
No, it's a group of doctors they pre-select, and you have to choose from their selected group.
Precisely. So they don't want to annoy the insurance company and get too aggressive and accurately reflect sometimes my client's injuries, because they'll get taken off the panel. But say they do go ahead and try to do a good job, and they need to identify what the underlying issue is. What they'll do is they'll make a request to the insurance company. May I please get an MRI of this woman's lower back? She's clearly got nerve impingement. She's got pain shooting down her legs. If I could just figure out what vertebrae, how bad it is, I can make a determination as to whether surgery is indicated, or maybe she just needs some aggressive physical therapy. Once that submission, a request for authorization, goes to the adjuster, it usually gets denied. From there, the adjuster obviously is the mouthpiece for the insurance company who pre-selected the doctors. Then it goes to what's called independent medical review. And an anonymous doctor, who I will never know, who has never seen my client, decide and is paid by the insurance company, has to decide whether to uphold or deny the initial denial of the request for medical treatment. Between 70 to 90%, I've heard different numbers, of denials of medical treatment are upheld. And the reason this is a tragedy and disgusting and unconstitutional is because if you get injured at work, oftentimes, if you tell your private physician, if you're lucky enough to have insurance, we're all supposed to have insurance under Obamacare, your doctor will not touch you because they will not get paid by their PPO, Anthem Blue Cross, or whoever it might be. because it was a work injury. So the injured worker, be it somebody, a secretary at her desk, a construction worker, a roofer, a police officer, and the amount of denials and delays that they're causing makes the injury worse and just creates a backward system. I had a deposition yesterday. Defense counsel said to me, providers, and when he said the word providers, he meant his client and insurance companies, are actually what's wrong with workers' compensation. And I said, and that's who's paying him. And most attorneys would agree, if not, who are practicing workers' compensation.
Well, do they have anything in place? Or, I mean, is anybody trying to change this law, or is it, and let's keep this brief because we're up against it clockwise.
So the law, which came as part of Senate Bill 863 in 2013, was challenged on the constitutionality. It was challenged constitutionality-wise. It went to the California Court of Appeal and was dismissed or not heard on technical reasons, procedural, jurisdiction to be specific. So CAA, the California Applicant Attorney Association, is looking for another case to bring up this issue and try to rectify it, because right now we got a big problem on our hands.
Wow. Well, hang on there. Scott Schwartz, how do people get in touch with you? I just got a text from Brett from Sacramento who said, please tell Attorney Scott to actually answer his phone. What?
Well, give me a call.
New clients cannot call in, Scott. I don't believe that. So why don't you clear it up and give Brett your phone number if they have a workers' comp case or an employment case.
Okay, my number is 818-350-2658.
One more time, just so there's no indecision here.
Again, it's 818-350-2658. And the problem, the problem that might be happening is on Fridays we often do in-house work and call out to our clients to give them updates. But I'll be sure to turn off that message so I can get the call today.
All right. I was going to say usually on Fridays we break out the tequila and rum and
Yeah, we work on Fridays here.
All right, we got. Di, what do we have? One more commercial break after.
Yeah, we have one more. Do we want to go to it now?
Well, let's go to the phones. Who should we go to first? Should we go to?
Well, Jerry's been waiting a long time. He's been waiting the whole show. Jerry, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Lovely.
Jerry, thanks for waiting for an hour and a half. Wow.
Hey, no problem, Poorman.
All right.
Hey, also, real quick,
By the way, sorry I got agitated earlier, everybody. I've been working on anger management, and I thought I was doing good until today. Sorry, Di.
Real quick, Al Campanis grew up in the 20s in New York as a Greek immigrant, so I would think that he would know something about bigotry, and also he made his big league debut at the end of the 43 season, and then went to serve in the Navy and was a chief petty officer through World War II. So, I mean, this is a good guy,
So that's your point. Your point is you're not buying the remarks on Nightline that defined him for the rest of his life. Is that true?
No, when he got back from the war, he was a roommate with Jackie Robinson with the Montreal Royals, and then went on as a scout to sign Sandy Koufax.
Well, Sandy Koufax is white.
He was Jewish, though.
Oh, Jewish. Oh, that's
and
true.
And he also signed Roberto Clemente, who was a Latino of African descent. So
Right.
That was another thing that I think was often overlooked.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I was calling. I'm a big fan of Jim. He's a Renaissance man.
But this is Jerry Plowman, right? This is the official.
Yeah, this is me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. All right.
He's a musician and, of course, a ball player. But I started following him for his writing, and I was wondering if you could maybe share a story about your time at USC with, like, Brett Boone and Dave Latter and all those guys.
I wish we could, but we have to take a commercial break, and then we'll have 2 minutes left. So if you could do a story in like 60 seconds. Hey Scott, are we good, or do you want to hang on and just pop in there whenever you want?
Keep going. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, all right. Everybody hang on. We got one other caller. It's our last commercial break. We got 5 minutes left before the weekend. Then I'm going to turn my phone off. Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-478-7923. That's 626-478-7923. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, Life 315. Javita Coffee. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey & Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey & Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003. 951-687-6003. Or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Casey Fallon Music. Go to caseyfallon.com.
All right, we have about 2 minutes left. We got Jerry from Seattle on here. We've got Scott Schwartz, super workers' comp attorney, on there. Hi, guys. You both still there?
Yes.
Still here.
My friend in Sacramento. If he wants.
Oh yeah, this is. Hold on, just a sec. This is Scott Schwartz, workers' comp attorney. To Brett from Sacramento. Continue.
Yeah. If Brett wants to text you his information, I'd be happy to call.
Okay. Where would he text to? The same number you gave out earlier?
Or if he texts you, or.
Yeah.
Our phones are on if he calls right now. So.
It's 818-360-3. Is that right?
818-350-2658.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd be happy to talk to Brett.
Okay. All right, Scotty. And do you have a quick story? Jim, plug whatever you need to plug.
Jerry's read a few of my stories.
We have about 50 seconds left.
Yeah, so I'll just run through a quick. I'm actually in the process of writing a book, and I have about 140-something baseball stories that are 3 to 5 minutes in length, starting from when I was a bat boy for the Dodgers. I was a bat boy for the Angels. I went and got Hank Aaron a pick for his hair at Dusty Baker's locker.
What does that say?
I sold condoms in high school. Yeah, because I got busted by my dad being the football pool guy. So AIDS just came out and everyone was afraid to buy condoms.
I thought you were going to say you had about 10 kids.
No. Actually, I made $100 a week in high school.
How can people reach you? How can people reach you?
10 seconds, guys.
Right now, you can reach you to reach me, but I'm in the process of getting a website together, but you can find me on Facebook.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you, Poor Man.
Okay. Thanks, Scotty. Also.
All right. Take care, guys.
Jerry.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
And Di, I love you. I'm not mad.
All right.
I love you too, guys.
We love you.
KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
I'm Stephanie Shelton, CNBC Radio. With just minutes to go before the closing bell, it appears Wall Street will take back much of yesterday's losses, but not enough to be positive for the week. Right now, the Dow's up 167, Nasdaq's up 61, the S&P 500 up 21. Materials and healthcare are the best performing sectors. CVS reported earnings for the first quarter this morning. Shares up 1% after the pharmacy and benefits manager chain beat estimates and raised its full-year guidance. LinkedIn gave traders lower guidance for the full year, and its shares are down 19%. Ford expanding its faulty